Guys, we are live. Hello, one and all, and welcome to my review for tonight's WWE Backlash 2017 pay-per-view event. We're going to take a look and go over everything that took place at the Backlash pay-per-view. Pay-per-view just went off the air here not too long ago, and we have a lot to talk about coming out of this pay-per-view. My overall thoughts on this show were kind of mixed. I did enjoy it, but I felt it was one of the weaker SmackDown Live pay-per-view events for me personally. You might have liked it more than I did. There were several matches on this show that I did enjoy, and we will go over them in depth. So if you're tuning into this live review, thank you for tuning in. The live chat will be open, and guys, feel free to leave your comments for how you felt about Backlash tonight. So as you know how this review works, we will start from the bottom, and we will work our way to the top. This pay-per-view emanated live from Chicago, Illinois, so I had a pretty good crowd tonight. I would say that it wasn't as hot, the crowd, as it was yesterday for NXT TakeOver, which was a show in a whole nother league. I mean, this pay-per-view did have its moments, but I just feel it didn't, reach the levels of what NXT TakeOver was able to reach yesterday. And that's how I pretty much leveled my expectations for the show going in. Wasn't really too excited for it, just due to the fact that I felt since the Superstar shakeup, I just felt that SmackDown has kind of dipped in terms of quality. It's been there. It's been kind of average, I don't know. It's just things have not been as good, since pre-WrestleMania. That's just my opinion. But yeah, in terms of my excitement for the pay-per-view going into it, that's where I was. I was just kind of there. I knew about the pay-per-view. I was going to watch the pay-per-view, but I wasn't really consumed with excitement. Similarly, I felt the same way about Payback, and looking back on it, I would give the slight edge to Payback in terms of pay-per-views that I enjoyed. But there was stuff that I did enjoy on this show, and we will, of course, talk about it. But before we talk about that, we'll talk about what went down on the pre-show, and then we'll get into the main card itself. So in the pre-show, we had Tye Dillinger versus Aiden English. I did not watch the match, but from what I saw from the highlights on the from the main card, they showed it on the main card, Tye Dillinger was able to pick up the win here over Aiden English, so that was nice to see. Now, hopefully, Tye Dillinger gets some kind of feud established here on SmackDown. He really hasn't done much of anything since he came up from NXT, and I would like to see something going forward for Tye Dillinger. He's certainly a talented hand, and let's see what they do with him coming out of this. So, yeah, let's move on here to the main card. We'll talk about the opening match. Really good, really solid opening match between Dolph Ziggler and Shinsuke Nakamura. Just some notes here that I took from this match. There was a nice-looking DDT counter by Dolph Ziggler onto Nakamura for a 2 count. And just some really good back-and-forth action going between these two. I thought these two matched up very well between their in-ring styles. I thought it flowed very well throughout the entire match. What I liked was the Nakamura is one of the best sellers when it comes to this on the main roster. And in particular, in this match, I like the fact that Nakamura sold both his knee and shoulder, and that's what Dolph Ziggler made sure to target and attack in this match. Just some other notes from this match. There was a really nice super kick attempt by Ziggler, and Nakamura was able to counter out of it, and Dolph countered that attempt into a zigzag for a 2 count. And then there was another nice spot where Dolph Ziggler hit the super kick to the back of the neck of Nakamura. That one certainly looked like it hurt, and Nakamura kicked out at 2. But, of course, you knew it was coming. They were building to it, and once Nakamura hit that Kinshasa, 1, 2, 3, Shinsuke Nakamura wins his debut, as he should, on the main roster. Really good opening match. Didn't quite reach the levels that I thought it could. I thought maybe it would just be a little bit better, but I still thought the match was good. Told a good story, good selling. Good way to open the pay-per-view. And right outcome here with Nakamura winning. And just from the crowd reaction when he came out to them singing his theme song, Nakamura is going to do some serious business here on the main roster. I just see it. And Where they go with him next will be interesting to see. Who his next opponent is will be interesting to see. So, like I said, this was a good way to start off the pay-per-view. And from here, we go into the Usos versus Breezango for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. I thought this was weird, but it was fun. This was a fun Tag Team Championship match. It was out of the ordinary. I certainly didn't expect Tyler Breeze to come down dressed as a janitor with a mop and to start literally mopping the ring. That was just something crazy. I'm like, what the heck am I watching here? And then, as if the match couldn't get any more crazier, we had Tyler Breeze dress up as a grandma. And then the Usos took off the wig and the shirt he was wearing. They threw it over to JBL. Then the crowd started chanting, "Fire JBL." And I never thought I'd see a "Let's Go." Thank you, Robbie, for pointing that out. I never thought I'd see a "Let's Go Grandma" chant from the crowd. That was a first. And I believe they chanted for the mop. And one nice spot I did like in this match was Usos got some pretty good heat when they literally broke the mop in half. So Moppy 2.0. Rest in peace. Just some other notes here from this match. Once we got out of the zaniness or the craziness, the goofy antics, which I did like. It was a nice change of pace. Pro wrestling, we like when it's serious and, it's all toned in and this is what it means. But sometimes it's okay to get away from that and have a little fun. And I thought this match accomplished that nicely. And then it transitioned into some good, action here on the second half of this match. There was a nice spot where the Usos picked up Tyler Breeze and literally threw him into the barricade. Almost took out some kids sitting front row, but the Usos were able to make the save there. Another nice spot here was when Jey Uso accidentally kicked Jimmy Uso in the head, and Tyler Breeze got a near fall attempt there. So a little miscommunication from the Usos. Fandango did a dive over the top rope. That was really sick looking, but it simply was not enough for Breezango. The Usos retain after hitting a super kick on Fandango. So this was a fun tag team championship match. I definitely thought both teams shined really well in this match. Breezango really made a good impression in this match. This was a big opportunity for them, a big test. And like I said, I thought they came up well. They came up short in the match, but I thought the effort was there, the creativity was there, and this was a fun, enjoyable match. And I enjoyed it. And moving on here, we will talk next about Sami Zayn versus Baron Corbin. Solid undercard match here. Another solid match on this show. Just some notes that I have written down here. I thought Sami Zayn, plays the underdog role very well to a T. And one thing that I liked throughout this match was, Corbin was just being the arrogant bully, just always trying to keep Sami Zayn down, whether it was through locking him into a bear hug several times. And a nice-looking spine buster that Baron Corbin hit. I always loved the spine buster, one of my favorite moves in pro wrestling. When he hit that was great. And throughout the early part of this match, Baron Corbin really controlled the pace against Sami Zayn. But Corbin, like I said, he worked over throughout this match the lower back of Sami Zayn. That played into the story of the match being told, and I felt it led to a nice flowing match. Sami Zayn was able to kick out of a chokeslam attempt that Corbin hit on him. Got a 2 count. Sami Zayn hit the sunset powerbomb flip on Baron Corbin, and Corbin kicked out there. And surprisingly, this one really shocked me. I did not see Sami Zayn getting the victory here, but he hit that haluva kick. Sami Zayn picked up the victory here. I thought for sure Baron Corbin would get the win because it would, I thought they would be building his momentum en route to him maybe eventually winning Money in the Bank next month. It's one of the rumors floating around out there. But I'm also happy to see that Sami Zayn got I have to say, a much-needed win. Guys, if you're watching in the live chat, tell me, when was the last time Sami Zayn got this big of a win? It really escapes me because it's been a long time. It's been a really long time. I can't think of it, but it was a really nice pay-per-view win nonetheless for Sami Zayn. So that was great to see. I don't think Corbin's hurt with taking the loss here. He'll get his heat back, however he does chooses to do that. But it was a nice win. Solid match, I'd have to say, between Sami Zayn and Baron Corbin. Let's talk about 6-women tag team match here. I thought it was a standard average, really something you kind of see on SmackDown here. Good work ethic from all women involved. Carmella, Tamina, and Natalya taking on Becky Lynch, Naomi, and Charlotte. The one thing that surprised me in this match was the fact that Becky Lynch lost this match for her team. She tapped out. And the fact that there was no heel turn. I thought for sure we might see somebody turn heel here, whether it was Charlotte, who I predicted, or perhaps even they throw the curveball and maybe have Becky Lynch turn heel. There were rumors about that happening. But we didn't get anything like that. The heels won. Natalya made Lynch tap out by blocking her in the sharpshooter. That was just kind of it. I mean, this was, to me, disappointing in that aspect. And the match itself was just okay. I didn't really, think too much of the match itself. But perhaps, they're doing the slow storytelling angle. We'll see where this goes. Follow it up on SmackDown. And I still expect it to be a heel turn. If it's Becky Lynch, I don't know if I'd do that, because I really like Becky Lynch as the babyface. I just think she gets great reactions, and the crowd just naturally wants to like her. I just want to like her. And I would rather see Charlotte continue to be the heel, because I think she just thrives and dominates in that role. She just comes across as arrogant. She's genetically superior, and there's nothing you can do about it. I don't know. I just think Charlotte as a babyface doesn't really do too much for me. But Charlotte as a heel, and you put her up against, Naomi, Becky Lynch, what have you, she could be that top heel like she was on Raw here on SmackDown Live. So we'll see where they go with that. But I don't really have too much else to say about this 6-women's tag match due to the fact that it was just standard average kind of there. But for me, tonight, my match of the night, guys, was without a doubt, it's here in the title of this video, Kevin Owens, AJ Styles. You guys killed it. You stole the show tonight, as I figured that you guys would, for the United States Championship. So much to talk about here in this match. This was just a really good wrestling match. And the thing is, this was really good, but I know that these guys have so much more, better matches down the line. Even better is the word that I'm looking for. And the finish of this match played into that due to the fact that we got kind of the fluky fuck finish here. And we'll talk about the finish. But there's so much to talk about from this match. From the beautiful high drop kick that AJ Styles hit on Kevin Owens to a nice strong clothesline attempt from Kevin Owens onto AJ Styles for a 2 count. I like the spot of the match where Kevin Owens hit 3 running sentons on AJ Styles, and AJ Styles was still able to kick out. Really like that spot there. Beautiful Pele kick attempt by AJ Styles that stunned Kevin Owens, literally stunned him. AJ Styles went later on in the match, attempted to hit the moonsault. That was countered into the super kick by Kevin Owens, and then the neck breaker. Really nice sequence of moves there. I thought that transition that they went for there worked and flowed seamlessly. Styles kicked out of that. AJ Styles attempted to hit the Styles Clash from the ring apron, but Owens was able to counter out of that one. And that looked like if AJ was going to hit that, that would have hurt like a bitch. So nice counter out of that by Kevin Owens. And later on in, the last leg of the match, no pun intended there, Kevin Owens hit a cannonball to the right leg of AJ Styles, the injured leg of AJ Styles, which, keep in mind, Kevin Owens previously attacked this past Tuesday on SmackDown. So I like the fact that they played up that continuity, that psychology of Kevin Owens working over the right leg of AJ Styles throughout the last half of this match. And that played into effect when it came to the finish. But just some other notes that I have written down here. There was a really nice spot here where there was a powerbomb counter by AJ Styles from the top rope. Beautiful, beautiful powerbomb off the top rope. That one looked like it hurt, but it was really nice to see in motion. And as AJ Styles attempted to go for the phenomenal forearm, that's where his right leg gave out. Once again, it played an effect into the last half of this match, like I mentioned. Owens went with a top rope suplex onto AJ Styles, That was a really nice move there for a 2 count. AJ attempted to go for the phenomenal forearm onto Kevin Owens. He was laid out in the timekeeper's area. He went for it on the outside, but Owens was able to win due to the fact that AJ Styles' foot got caught up on the announcer's table. You know how there's those little holes where the television monitors sit? Well, AJ Styles' foot fell into one of those holes. His foot got caught in a wire, and Kevin Owens was able to sneakily retain his United States Championship via countout. It's kind of a lame finish, but to me, the finish happened due to the fact that this story is far from over. These two are going to continue their feud, and I felt like that is the right move to make due to the fact that this feud has just got going. And like I said, this match was really good between these two, but I know that these two have even better in them. And if that's the case, we're in store for a really good feud between Kevin Owens and AJ Styles for the United States Championship. So this, to me, was definitely my pick for match of the night. Really good match, and go watch it if you haven't had a chance to watch it yet. Luke Harper, Erick Rowan, not really much to say about this match other than Luke Harper got the win. Not really doing much for either of these guys. Luke Harper's momentum's cooled off. Erick Rowan, not really do much for me here. Not much of a feud going on, not much of a backstory. So I just didn't really care too much about this match. And that's all I'm really going to say about this match, because I want to get into the main event, the shocking main event. Randy Orton versus Jinder Mahal for the WWE Championship. And yes, you saw what happened tonight, then you know that we have a new WWE Champion, Jinder Mahal. And I'll give him credit. This was a good match between Randy Orton and Jinder Mahal. And the shocker of the night was Randy Orton being pinned by Jinder Mahal to become the new WWE Champion. I didn't know if it was going to happen. I thought maybe we'd see Rusev get involved. But to their credit, they went in there and, what could have turned out to be a hostile crowd, but the crowd was invested in this match. There were "Let's Go Jinder," "Jinder sucks" chants. What I really liked towards the end of this match, when Randy Orton hit a double DDT onto the Singh brothers. I liked how he just ragdolled the Singh brothers in this match, and they would eventually play an effect later on in this match when Randy Orton hit the RKO on Jinder Mahal, but the Singh brothers rolled Jinder Mahal to the outside, and Randy wasn't able to capitalize on that pin. And one other aspect, I don't know if the commentators pointed this out, but if they didn't, shame on them, because this was, good psychology here. Jinder Mahal worked on the shoulder of Randy Orton in this match. And it makes sense to work on the shoulder of Randy Orton in this match, because if you take out Randy Orton's shoulder, he won't be able to capitalize when he hits that RKO. I hope the announcers brought that up, because I thought that was a huge point. That's what Jinder was doing in the early part of this match, and then eventually played effect into this match. Of course, you had the interference, from the Singh brothers, who did factor into Jinder Mahal winning the WWE Championship. But from going to the outside to getting physical with, ragdolling the Singh brothers around, to working over the shoulder of Randy Orton, I thought there was enough in this match that I enjoyed it. And I was shocked to see Jinder win the WWE Championship, but I was impressed with the match. I enjoyed it. I thought it was solid. And let's see where they go with Jinder Mahal as WWE Champion. I never thought it would happen, but you know what? This is pro wrestling, and anything can happen in pro wrestling. So the crowd was shocked. I was shocked. But I'm willing to give it a chance. And as I say, this is SmackDown, and SmackDown is fittingly the land of opportunity. So let's see what type of opportunity Jinder Mahal is able to make out of this. He's better make the most out of it, because you only get one shot to really make a good first impression. So we'll see how he does in his run as WWE Champion. But guys, that is it for my Backlash review. And before I go off the air here, I do want to give you my final grade for this pay-per-view. Might be going a little low here, but I'm going to go with a high C+ grade for this event. I thought it was one of the weaker SmackDown Live pay-per-views, but there was still enough on this show that I did enjoy. The main event I thought was good. AJ Styles, Kevin Owens match of the night. Ziggler, Nakamura, good match. Corbin, Zayn, good match. And the tag title match was fun. So, yeah, guys. I'm giving this pay-per-view a C+. Good, solid show, but hopefully next month with Money in the Bank and heading onto the road to SummerSlam, things will be picking up for both brands. So that is it, guys, for my live Backlash review. I want to say thank you all for tuning in. Remember to click that like and subscribe button for more video content coming soon to this channel. And be on the lookout for me in my next video. Be sure to leave your comments down below for what you thought of Backlash as well. So I always enjoy getting your feedback. So that is it, guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Take care and have a good night.